Hello, my name is Story, and today we're going to talk about some stuff. I love playing Crucible and I'm always looking to improve. Recently, I'm seeing a lot of folks talking about being judged on their stats in game, or the issues of farming for ELO and stats, for example. It's kind of boomed in the last few days, so let's have a serious chat about it with minimal jokes. If farming for numbers is something that makes you happy, I'm not going to judge. Although I would say this, you are more than a number. Collecting figures for your own satisfaction, I'm not going to mess with, but trying to equate the complex value of another person to a simple number is oddball, psycho style stuff, and probably best left alone. Anyway, Destiny multiplayer is a tough place for anyone, let alone a newcomer to this wonderful game we play. Whether you play for fun or to win, or both, professionally, competitively or casually, our goals all merge into the same destination eventually, and that is to succeed. We all want to prevail, we want to succeed in having fun, having a team effort, and of course, having the big win. Confidence in our ability and skill plays a huge role in whether we can achieve these goals, and there can be many things along the way that either positively or negatively affect our confidence levels. Like many of you, I have to face being ridiculed, snubbed, bashed, devalued and disrespected on a daily basis by those that judge me on my status, my skill and my statistics as a player. Ultimately, that kind of behaviour should be totally ignored or disregarded, although that's easier said than done sometimes, isn't it? The fact is that we all experience some pretty large obstacles and tough times simply because we're having to deal with folk who are judging us on status alone. We can be our worst critics, we can be way too hard on ourselves, or reluctantly become submerged in status anxiety. I'm going to quote a very clever chap by the name of Alan de Botton. Status anxiety is a worry about our standing in the world, whether we're going up or down, whether we're winners or losers. We care about our status for a simple reason, because most people tend to be nice to us according to the amount of status we have. If they hear we've been promoted, there'll be a little more energy in their smiles. If we're fired, they'll pretend to not have seen us. Ultimately, we worry about having no status because we're not good at remaining confident about ourselves if other people don't seem to respect us or like us very much. If that's something that sounds familiar to you, then you might want to pick up Alan's book, Status Anxiety. Seems to explain a lot about some of the scenarios we find ourselves in as gamers though, doesn't it? Anyway, being on your own makes it much more difficult when you're a hard ass on yourself. So what is fundamentally important to us is the people we surround ourselves with. I think this is absolutely crucial for our well-being, the recognition of our own ability, our weaknesses, our skill levels and our confidence as players. The people we find ourselves in the company of can either bring out the best or accentuate the worst, and that, if you ask me, is the very essence of team synergy. Team synergy is vital if you wish to succeed in something like the Trials of Osiris or any other competitive game modes for that matter. Solid teamwork can come instantly, or it can take some time to develop, and finding the right folk can also be quite a challenge. The thing is, a good friend or colleague won't BS you or inspire the worst in you. They'll be genuine, they'll motivate you to be better, to focus, be productive, and call you out if you're in bad shape. No one likes making mistakes, but the fact is that we all learn from a mistake provided it's recognised and acknowledged. I think it's fair to say that respect has a huge role in the success of this process. The ability to move on and progress after making mistakes seems to be a key for success in pretty much all daily life. So it's worth reminding oneself that it's healthy to make a mistake and learn from it rather than making the same mistake again. I appreciate that good people are hard to find, but it's one huge world out there, and although it's easy to lose your faith sometimes, don't give up on finding the right people that make your life more enjoyable, more productive, and in general easier. The right ones are there. It's just a case of being willing to face failure to find them. We're not numbers. We're complex, we're weird, we're beautiful, we're funny, we're oddballs. Above all, be yourself and be the best friend that you can. You'll all find each other in the end. That, ladies and gentlemen, brings us to the end of the video. I've been Story Machine. I do hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, then you can slap that indicator of the upward thumb. And remember, folks, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and smoke us a kipper. We'll be back for breakfast.